Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday constituted an Economic Advisory Council (EAC). Buhari, by the developments, rested the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo led the Economic Management Team (EMT). The presidency, in a statement Monday, said the EAC will have monthly technical sessions as well as scheduled quarterly meetings with the president. The chairman, President Buhari, may, however, request unscheduled meetings if the need arises, it said. The new council announced on Monday listed Professor Doyin Salami, Chairman; Dr. Mohammed Sagagi, Vice Chairman; Professor Ode Ojowu, Member; Dr. Shehu Yahya, Member; Dr. Iyabo Masha, Member. Others were Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Member; Mr. Bismarck Ruwane, Member; Dr. Mohammed Adayi Salisu, Secretary, Senior Special Assistant to the President, Development Policy. Osinbajo led EMT, which brainstormed on the economy and advised the president, comprised the following: Minister of Finance, Minister of Budget and National Planning, Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Information and Culture. Others are Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Special Advisor to the President on Economic Matters, Director General of the Budget Office, Director General of the Debt Management Office, and Director General of the National Bureau of Statistics. Meanwhile, many Nigerians have hailed the EAC composition and President Muhammadu Buhari. They expressed optimism for better results and urged the team to provide their worth. The Economic Advisory Council (EAC) should not waste any time. In any case, the members are all sound. If they are given the necessary political space and cover, it is almost certain they will succeed. About 2 months ago, someone said, I requested here on Twitter that President Muhammadu Buhari set up an all-private sector-led Economic Advisory Council. Mr. President just did. He also scrapped the extant Economic Management Team. New team reports directly to Mr. President himself. And someone says, Buhari has set up a strong Economic Advisory Council. The next step is to also set up a Security Advisory Council. And at Mohalu Kingsley said, I commend President Buhari on his appointment or a new Economic Advisory Council to replace the Economic Management Team in my book, Build, Innovate and Grow, where I laid out a vision for Nigeria. This was exactly my recommendation on page 273. Glad it has happened, he did. And so Akin Oyebode said, very pleased with the newly constituted Economic Advisory Council constituted by Buhari. That's a proper team. Hope he listens to them. And Nestri said, I think the new Economic Advisory Council of the President Buhari administration has some of the best we have in this country. I expect them to be very proactive and productive in their advisory role so as to move the nation forward. So guys, that's just the latest developments by Buhari administration. He has changed the economic team, and from the new people he has appointed, I am really familiar with two people out of them, Soludo and Bismarck Ruwane. Yeah, that's his name. So I know those guys are sound, according to one of the testimony of the people that reacted on this new appointment of a Buhari, changing the economic team. And from what has been, people have been talking before now that, okay, Osinbajo, who, his profession is law, is a professor of law. That is his profession right from time. So for him to be heading economic team, we need sound people who are really vast in that area. That area of their specialization, is revolves around economy. People with all those kind of background, just like the ones we have now. You can imagine that the vice president was leading and heading their economy team, and they have mentioned all the people involved in that economy team. Talk about the CBN governor, talk about people in budget, talk about the finance minister, and all of that. That somebody who does not even have the knowledge of economy, who is not even his course or his area of specialization is not in that line, heading such people, how do you expect things to really move on the way it ought to, no matter how good you are, maybe morally or whatever? But we are talking of professionalism here, and this thing lasted for 4 years. Maybe that's why we have not really achieved, we have not achieved so well. So a lot of people have said you should try and reshuffle that area. But I think the most important thing that people have been talking about, that is really sounding, and the people have been resounding it, is this a service chief. That is a different ball game entirely, that he needs to change them. But this economic team, but how can a professor of law at that, be leading all those people, say a finance minister, a CBN governor, and so many other people like that, and Minister of Budget and National Planning, Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Information and Culture. Others are governors of central bank, just like we mentioned, special advisor to the president on economic matters. Osinbajo has been leading them. So how do you expect, things to even work directly like that, or to work the way it ought to go? But that notwithstanding, since he has changed Osinbajo, he has removed him from leading that economic team, the people he has appointed, a lot of people are really like, okay, these guys are okay. But one thing is that if he can only listen to them, not just appointing them, if he can only listen to them, and if he can allow them to express themselves the way they know how to do best. Just like I said, I'm really familiar with two people out of them, Brismark Rewani and Soludo. If he can allow them, so that they won't just be there for as figureheads. So let them get into work as soon as possible. Let them bring their expertise on the table, and let Nigeria begin to feel what they really want, and that will really move the economy forward, because those are the three things that are really lagging in this present administration: the issue of security, economy, and okay, fight against corruption. If really they will do all of those things, at least it will lead us to a higher height to an extent, if you can listen to them, if you really want to work with them genuinely. And that's why a lot of people have really reacted that, okay, it's a welcome development if only he can listen to them. There's a caveat under that. And from people's comments, people are really reacting so seriously about this appointment. Some are for and some are against. Some people have started saying all manner of things to the vice president, and that's aside. Someone said it is good so that our amiable vice president, who is a professor of law and also a senior pastor, can focus on condolences. Someone say, better, how can they're just trying to bash the vice president, but all that is history, is out of the whole thing. But the people now should try and do the needful, and let us see how they're going to perform. Someone say, why is Soludo not being the chairman with his experience so far, if only President Buhari will be sincere to himself and to Nigerians? Someone is of the opinion that Charles Soludo would have been the head of the economic team. But let's see how it goes. They need to come together and bring their expertise on the table, just like they have said, if only you can listen to them, not just appointing them, and they wouldn't have say. Someone said the vice president can be used anyhow because it's cheap. And someone said, does the president listen to advice? That is what we are yet to know. Let us see if he's going to listen to them. After some time, Buhari will dissolve Osinbajo himself. What a tragedy. Please, my fellow Nigerians, you are expected to share your thoughts and contribution, not insulting one personality. I think it's a good one. Let your opinion be made known, and people can learn from that, not insulting people. Someone say, VP Osinbajo, what make you believe President Buhari will allow you to head the economic reform when you are not a Fulani man? My brother, wise up. I think it's beyond that. It's beyond that. We need to be objective here. If he has been heading the economy team, and the issue is the problem is that, or the what is important here is that how far did we go with that? What did they bring to the table after how many years? Someone say most appointments made in Nigeria often contain the best the country can boast of. By name, they are qualified, but in functions, I'm sure they will be like elephants with clay feet. I hope they will be allowed to do their job by those who appointed them without interference, a trend characteristic of Nigeria. So, guys, I would like to hear from you. What do you think about this new economic team that Buhari has organized, or he has appointed some people, to be in that a team? Do you think they are going to do better? Do you think Osinbajo would have continued, or do you think Buhari is going to listen to them, since people have been testifying that the people in that economic team now, they are very, very sound people? Do you think it's going to reflect on our economy? Please leave your comments below in the comment section, and let's learn from you. Thank you very much for always being there. Bye.